What do all acids and bases have in common? Already we saw in activity that all acids generate hydrogen gas on reacting with metal. So hydrogen seems to be common to all acids. Yes? Let us see an experimental activity to investigate whether all compounds containing hydrogen are acidic or not. Activity. Aim: to determine whether acid conducts electricity in water or not. Requirements: beaker, nails, rubber cork, battery, bulbs. Dilute hydrochloric acid, glucose and alcohol. Fix 2 nails on cork and place the cork on 3 beakers. Connect the nails to the 2 terminals of a 6-volt battery through a bulb and a switch. Pour some dilute solution of hydrochloric acid, glucose solution and alcohol in 3 beakers, respectively, and switch on the current. We can see the bulb starts glowing, only which is attached to hydrochloric acid solution beaker. Because acid conducts electricity but alcohol and glucose do not conduct electricity, so that bulb will not glow. Glowing of the bulb indicates that there is a flow of electric current through the solution. The electric current is carried through the solution by ions. Cations H plus ion is present in acid, so that acid produces hydrogen ion in the solution, which is responsible for their acidic properties and conduction of electric current. Acid and bases, what happens to them when they dissolve in water? Do acids and bases only form ions in presence of water? Let us find this out using an activity. For that, in a test tube, 1 gram of sodium chloride, that is common salt, and we add slowly conc H2SO4 to it. We close the test tube and we put a delivery tube into the test tube. Now delivery tube is put so that the gas is evolved during the reaction can be collected through this tube. Well, we can see some bubbles here, which means some gas is evolving here. Now the gas is collecting in the delivery tube. Which gas will be evolved during this reaction? Let us see this using a chemical equation. We had sodium chloride, which is NaCl. It reacted with sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Sodium chloride is solid, where sulfuric acid is aqueous. Both are compound, so when they react, double displacement reaction will occur. Now in double displacement reaction, what happens? The negative ions exchange their places. So, from NaCl, Cl minus is negative, and from H2SO4, SO4 is negative. When they exchange their position, the product form are sodium goes with sulfate, SO4. So, sodium valency is 1 and SO4 is 2. So, when we cross multiply, the formula of sodium sulfate will get is Na2SO4. And the hydrogen goes with chlorine, so hydrochloric acid is HCl. Now among the two products formed, we have something which is in gaseous state, that is hydrochloric acid. So the gas evolved during this reaction is hydrochloric gas, Na2SO4. This salt is an aqueous that is dissolved in water in the test tube. Now hydrochloric is a gas that is collected through the delivery tube. As it is an acid, it should change the color of litmus paper from blue to red. So let's bring a blue litmus paper near the acid. But what happens? As the gas comes in contact with the litmus paper, it doesn't change the color. So isn't it an acid? Of course, it is an acid. But it is not showing its acidic property, because acids are called acid only when they produce hydrogen ion, and the hydrogen ion can't be produced in a gaseous state. It will only be produced in aqueous state. So right now, instead of using dry litmus paper, we use a moist litmus paper. Now, as soon as the hydrochloric acid comes in contact with this moist litmus paper, it changes the color of the blue litmus to red, because in the presence of water, HCl has split into H plus and Cl minus. Also remember one thing, when the atmosphere is really moist, instead of using the delivery tube, we use a guard tube. Guard tube has anhydrous CaCl2 salt in it. This calcium chloride salt absorbs the moisture present in the tube. So when the gas passes through this tube, we get the gas purely in dry form. So this activity tells us acids show their acidic property only in presence of water. Let us write down the dissociation of hydrochloric acid. It forms H plus and Cl minus ion in water. Now these H plus ion are highly unstable. That is the reason why H plus ion combine with the water molecule, because it cannot stay alone. And once it combines with the water molecule, they convert into a new ion, that is hydronium ion, H3O plus. So right now in the solution we don't have H plus ion. Instead of that we have hydronium ion, H3O plus. So the dissociation of HCl can be written as H3O plus and Cl minus. This happens in case of all the acid, as all the acid produces H plus ion and which converts into hydronium ions. Yes. Now let us write the dissociation of a base, that is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, when goes in water, it splits to form Na plus and OH minus. Similarly, potassium hydroxide gives K plus and OH minus. But here OH minus do not convert into anything new. We can take one more example. If we have magnesium hydroxide again is a base. So when it goes in water, it splits into magnesium ion and hydroxyl ion. But magnesium can give 2 electrons, so the charge on the magnesium will be 2 plus. But the hydroxide can accept only 1, as its valency is 1. So there is only one negative charge on the hydroxyl ion. But because magnesium ion can give 2 electrons, we require one more hydroxyl ion. So class, we have seen that this one, what happens to an acid or a base in a water solution by an activity, that was activity 2.9. So what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to watch the video, watch the activity properly and write the summary of that. Okay, so what you found, what is the finding of that activity, that you have to write in your notebook. Got it? Now activity 2.10, that is it says that what happens when water is mixed with an acid. Okay, so for this I just want to explain you acid or base. I just want to tell something over here. See, whenever we do this mixing, the mixing should be always acid or base to the water. Got it? To the water. That is the correct option, correct way. But if you add water to the acid or base, that can be very much explosive. The acid can splash on your face and on your body, and it can harm you. So while mixing this acid and water or base and water, we should be very careful that we are mixing acid or base to the water drop wise, slowly. We should not add the water to the acid and base. Why? What is the reason? Because in this case, if you are adding water, the acid and base content are very much high over there. So if we are adding water to that, so it will be highly explosive reaction. But in this case, the water is in the maximum amount, okay, and we are adding acid and base slowly. So what it will do, it will dilute the acid. That means it will reduce the effect of an acid and base. So in this case, it won't be that much harm as it can be in this second case. Got it? Okay, so this is the one thing you have to keep in your mind, and that question can be asked you, why we should add the acid or base to the water. Water should not be added to acid or base. What is the reason? That you are supposed to write. Okay, so in this activity 2.10 is there. In this you have to write the summary up, like what is that finding you have to write. And that is, in this case, what we have done. Just let me read this activity and I will explain it. Take 10 ml of water in a beaker, add a few drops of concentrated H2SO4 to it, fill the beaker slowly, touch the base of the beaker. What will happen? Acid and water reaction is highly exothermic, so the beaker, the bottom of the beaker will be what? Heated up. Yes, so this is an exothermic reaction. Repeat the above activity with the sodium hydroxide pellets and record your observation. So in both case it will be exothermic. So what you will write? Mixing of acid and base, mixing of acid and base, or acid or base to water is an exothermic reaction due to which the beaker will be heated up. Yes, heated up. Okay, so in this case, you can read that paragraph, the down paragraph. It is written over there. This is the process of dissolving an acid or a base in water is highly exothermic. I have explained you. Yes, highly exothermic. Care must be taken while mixing concentrated nitric acid or sulfuric acid with water. The acid must always be added slowly to water with constant stirring. If water is added to concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. Is that clear? That already I have explained here. The glass container may also break due to excessive local heating. Look out the warming sign. Okay, mixing an acid or base with water results in decrease in the concentration of ions per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution, or the acid or base is said to be diluted. Got it? If we are taking this acid here, so acid, the proper concentration over here, okay, concentrated here. Now I'm going to add it in water. So what will happen? This acid is added to water. So what will happen? The concentration of the acid, consent in this case, water I'm adding, so it becomes the acid solution, isn't it? Acid solution. The final result will be like this. So in this case, what will happen? The concentration of acid per unit volume of water will be decreased. So this process is known as dilution, and the acid will be considered as, and the acid or the base will be concentrated as dilute, will be known as dilute acid or base. Okay, so one thing I want to say, dilute abbreviation, dilute is for like DIL can be is the abbreviation for dilute. Okay, and CONC, conc is the abbreviation for concentrated. Okay, And in the very first day, I have explained that on the very first day, I have explained that dilute and concentrated, what are that? Okay. So after this, there is a page number 24. Page number 24. One second, it's page number 25. Sorry, page number 25. There is a in text question 1 to 6. Okay, in text. That is your homework you have to do. Clear? Okay, class. Okay, after that there is a important thing, that is pH. Okay, so just try to understand what is pH, and related to that numericals we will do in next class. Okay, so what do you mean by pH? See, this pH is pH. pH is the abbreviation for potential of H plus or hydronium ion. Hydrogen or hydronium ion. Got it? Okay. Potence means strength. Strength of H plus ion. That means in any solution, this pH will tell you that what is the concentration, what is the strength of H plus or hydronium ion in that solution. Okay. So pH can be defined as negative logarithm of hydrogen or hydronium ion concentration, or hydronium ion concentration. Clear? Okay, so how we will write it? This is pH, the formula is minus log H plus. Clear? What is this pH? pH, about the pH I have explained you in the indicator topic. There you have learned that pH, there is a scale. It was given by Sorensen. The pH scale was given by Sorensen, was the scientist. Okay, and in this pH, this is 1 to 14 is marked. Okay, 1 to 14 is marked. In between, the mid of this scale is 7. Okay, this is 7. Done. And if this shows the pH, then the lower one shows this H plus ion concentration. H plus ion concentration. Got it? So here the concentration is 10 to the power minus 1, and this will be the concentration minus 14. Clear? Here this is concentration minus 7. What it is exactly, I am telling you. This is 1 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Got it? This one shows the most acidic. This is most acidic, and this is called most basic. So as we move from 1 to 14 in the pH scale, the acidic strength keep on decreasing while the basic strength keep on increasing. Got it? Are you getting it? So if I'm giving you two examples, suppose that one has there are two compound like substance A and B. One has pH 4 and another has pH 2. Which one is, this is pH is given, okay? Which one is most acidic? This one is most acidic. Clear? Because lower the pH, higher will be the acidic strength. Lower the pH, higher will be the acidic strength. Clear? Acidic strength. And vice versa. Higher the pH, lower will be the acidic strength, or more will be the basic strength, vice versa. Okay? Because we know that acidic strength and basic strength are opposite to each other. Clear? This 7 pH is called neutral. This is called neutral. Done with that? So now you can see that this is the concentration minus 1. So hydrogen ion concentration, this 10 to the minus 1 and this is 10 to the minus 14. Can you tell me which one is bigger value? This one is bigger value. Okay. So more the H plus ion concentration, less will be the pH and high will be the acidic strength. Hope it is clear. See, more the H plus ion concentration, more the H plus ion concentration, lower will be the pH, and higher will be the acidic strength. Higher will be the acidic strength. Is it clear? Similarly, if I am saying less the H plus ion concentration, what will happen? Higher will be the pH, so lower will be the acidic strength, or what you can say, or higher will be the basic strength. Clear? Any doubt in this? Okay. So this is very important point. This is very, very much important point you have to learn. Along with this, one thing I just want to say, see, we know that acid gives H plus ion, yes, and the bases give OH minus ion. Is it clear? Any doubt in this? Okay. So if I am saying more H plus ion, what you will say? More acidic. And similarly, if I am saying more OH minus ion, what you will say? More basic. Clear? So if the one is more acidic, that means it is less basic, or the one is less acidic, that means it is more basic. Can we say? Is it clear? Okay. So this is the formula, pH formula you should learn, and use of this formula will be there in higher classes. Okay. This is a point. I hope it is clear about the pH. Okay. And there is a very simple way to find this pH. Suppose that if H plus concentration I am giving you 10 to the power minus 2. So what will be pH? So pH formula we know this is minus log H plus, that means minus log 10 to the power minus 2. What you have to do? You don't have to worry about it कि कैसे होगा, कैसे करना होगा. Whatever the power is there, na? This power, got it? And this sign, multiply it and write it. So minus 2 into minus is plus 2. So the pH is 2. Clear? So if I am giving you one question, A and B are there. The H plus ion concentration for this is 10 to the power minus 4, and for this 10 to the power minus 6. Which one is more acidic? What you will say? Find the pH. This is A 10 to the power minus 4 H plus, so what will be the pH? 4, isn't it? And B 10 to the power minus 6 is the H plus concentration, so what it will be pH? 6. Which one is more acidic? Obviously, lesser the pH, more acidic. Clear? Any doubt in this? Okay, so next after this there is some other concepts also with this, so we'll do in next class. So till then, thank you class.